Dear Dad, I know I'm standing in front of you, but I figured I'd go ahead and finish this postcard since I was already writing it before we ran into you in the street. Luca and I are into real estate. We got a couple secret bases set up, and now we can use that instead of sleeping at an orphanage. Shady Motel. Pokemon Center. Have I mentioned I think I should get a bigger allowance? Anyway, we got some sweet decor to customize our space. You should come visit sometime, but don't tell anyone where our bases are. They're secret. But we just saw the rain picking up outside, and I was pretty sure I could see the SS Clara out in the water, so we rushed here to find you. And here you are. So, that's it, I guess. Here you go.
Hello, friends. We are back.
We're back.
Back at it once again as
Back at
we
it
are.
again.
Back at it again with Captain Ron. A father-daughter reunion here in Portobello Port amidst the wind and the rain as currently the SS Speedmeister turned around this corner and you saw Captain Ron along with Mordecai the Chatot and he exclaimed that he'd been looking for you and he had some questions regarding some of the things in your postcards. But he's like, hey, Peanut, let's get inside. It's too wet and rainy out here. Let's go to the Pokemon Center.
Hey, Dad, I can barely hear you out here. Can we just, go inside for a second? Follow me, okay?
Yes.
Let's go to this diner where there's food.
Okay, so you, rather than go to the Pokemon Center, you redirect Ron toward one of the diners here in town?
I believe we both start walking towards the separate directions, feeling like we have gotten our message across to the other.
Yeah,
and then he realizes,
yes.
And he's like, oh, yeah, coffee would be nice.
Nice. Well, y'all go to the, what was the one with
the
Bugcatcher all over?
The OG diner where I met Mikel.
Starlight Cafe?
Gosh.
I do believe.
Sure. Wiki?
Checking the wiki. I want to say it was the Starlight Cafe where you met Miguel the first time.
I think so.
I couldn't remember if it was the Goldine Corral, Goldine Reef, whatever it was.
Nah, it wasn't that.
Well, I knew it wasn't that, but I was trying to remember if we decided that one restaurant was called the Goldine Reef or the Golden Corral. But the Starlight Cafe, I'm pretty sure, is where you met up with Miguel all the way back in episode 2. And if it wasn't, well, that was over 100 episodes ago, so we'll be fine.
Episode 3.
Dose.
Really? It was dose?
Yeah, it was
we
2.
Did that whole coconut thing in just 1?
Yeah.
Oh, man, we should try to get back to that.
What, expediency?
Yes. Love that.
Okay, I did just double check, and it was, in fact, the Starlight Cafe where you met up with
proud.
Miguel.
So proud.
Aha! Nice. So you go to there to catch up with your old man.
We get a table. We're waiting for a second. And I just look at him like, it's great to see you, Dad. And then the music from Parent Trap plays for a hot second.
He's like, oh, what's that? What's happening in there? Also, I'm less gravelly and abrasive now that we're inside and I'm not yelling.
Yeah.
And since I also listened back to that really quick and realized that I was not quite that gravelly and intense.
Also, I feel like this isn't a booth situation. Let's just go to the diner part, the bar section.
Oh, y'all are just sitting up at the counter?
Yeah, let's sit at the counter. I don't think we need a whole booth.
Awesome. Well, I mean, you got Luca there too, and the various Pokies, so you can have the booth if you want.
We might hop into action pretty fast here. Expediency.
Yeah, fair.
We're going back to it.
So as you are here at the counter, well, first of all, he's like, so okay, give me more of the updates and exactly all of these things are true, huh?
I just bought a house. Here's the most recent update. I slide it over.
You slide it across the table. He's like, okay, because it's...
You're a little behind on the mail, Pops.
Well, they come to me in bunches because, when we're out and then I come in and Mordecai picks them up and, all of that. So I get chunks at once. And there have been a couple of chunks that have been very concerning where it was left off. But I'm so glad that you are okay.
Don't worry, I got all my fingers, all my toes. Just
That's good.
You always said, watch out for that. I should start mailing these letters and giving you keychain rings so that you can just put them on a flashcard loop.
We'll just have a hole punched in them, and I can just loop through them and have like a Rolodex of postcards.
Rolodex of postcards.
Oh, it's good. It's good to see you, Peanut.
I miss you, Dad.
I know. He like is holding you close while you're just sitting next to him at the bar.
I've had a ton of quality time with Luca's dad, but this is different.
Yeah. I feel like I know the guy already, and also this detective person, and also
did I meet him at Christmas?
This criminal. Yeah, no, actually, yes, we did meet.
Yahtzee.
Though that one was technically canon, even though we've had some others that
weren't.
Yeah, sure.
Fair.
But that one, no, I did roll into town a little bit for that one. But yeah, so all of that, I've been looking for you the past couple of days. You've been doing? He's like flipping through these postcards. Bug catching contest with. I'm gonna roll for Ron to see if he is aware. Yeah, some kid who was apparently on the ship. I don't know. He sounded kind of abrasive. I'm surprised I didn't notice him, but maybe he was. Maybe he kept to himself.
It's a big ship.
It is a big ship.
Yeah, we did that. I've eaten some vegetables. Only a couple.
Whoa!
I know. Luca is he's an influence. What can I say?
Hey, Ron, by the way. Yeah, good to see you, kiddo. And he like tussles Luca's hair, and he's like, okay, well, you didn't have to. All right.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Oh boy, yeah. So what's all this? What's been going on? You said that there's been weather, and now it's worse. And you all look outside, and it is very windy, very rainy.
Wow, I don't know why I just had this really, really specific graphic of the SpongeBob Cafe. When we looked out.
Wait, the Krusty Krab?
No, that one where he's sitting with a cup of coffee at that diner.
Oh, the when he's like that contemplative look?
Yes.
And he's at the, Oh, that's funny.
Okay, yeah, what is that all about? You said it was like following you?
Yeah, so I'm not 100% sure what's been going on, but things have been kind of strange. So, we just got here into port a couple of days ago, and when I guess you met your friend, because if he was on the ship, that was when we got here. But while we were out, the water started getting choppy as we were, getting closer to Portobello. Saw some storm clouds gathering over in the sea in the northwest, pretty good ways off, but we were keeping an eye on it. And as we made it here to Portobello, this rain started to pick up. And, well, obviously today it's gotten much worse very quickly. I mean, now it's getting really rough out there. You see outside that it is very, like, any kind of trees that are outside are almost like starting to bend in the wind and things like that, and it's sheets of rain starting to come down. Just getting worse, he says. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, there's the weather pattern is not usual. It's got to be something causing it, and something big, and something that I don't really. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest.
I got a couple of questions for you.
Sure.
It's crucial that you answer honestly.
All right, kiddo.
Okay. Did you stop at any relic, any historic place?
Well, on the cruise?
On the cruise.
No.
All right.
We just did our usual kind of stops now.
All right. Nothing of any more cultural significance. Great. Okay.
No, and he like flips back through the postcards. He's like, I didn't like steal a rock from a tomb or something.
Well, shot taken. I see. Luca, you thinking what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking?
That we need to go into the eye of the storm.
Well, and
all right, Dad, we'll see you in a second.
And Ron says, okay, hold on, actually, no.
Put my glasses up. With that.
No, what are you talking about going into?
This is what we would do.
Pearl, I understand that you go and do all kinds of
and she puts
dangerous
her boot
things
on the stool.
Oh, look, okay, first of all, I do not like this idea at all.
Why?
Because it's borderline hurricane out there.
Yeah, but number one, storm chasers are a profession, and they deserve the same equality and health care. Number two, I think what's ever in the eye of the storm would let us know what's going on, like a little baby Pokemon.
I don't think it's
or
a little
big
baby.
Pokemon.
I think if anything, it's probably that. Look, bro, I understand that you and Luca go out and do all kinds of wild stuff, but
yeah, I am a trainer. And again, the boot is still on the chair. He flexes.
But if you're going to go do anything, you're going to have some adult supervision on this one because there's no way I'm letting you go out there by yourself.
Dad, I love that. We have adults join us all the time, except for you. This is perfect.
I don't know if I like that tone. I don't think I like that tone.
What?
But look, I think
but
that...
look, here's the thing. We have a style. We have a code. You definitely fit the first round of interviews here, Ron. So if you want to go in the store with us, you can. What do you think, Luca?
I don't think it's a bad idea for us to maybe try to get a read on whatever might be out there before we just run straight in. I mean, like, this is a huge storm.
Oh, I have an idea.
What?
Dad, watch this. And I would like to call... I don't actually... Pierce wouldn't necessarily work at the Weather Institute anymore.
Pierce works with Professor Nichols now. He lives over there at the Nichols Manor, and
so he wouldn't be
assistant.
necessarily the person I should call. I should call the Weather Institute.
I mean, you could call the Weather Institute. I mean, Pierce would also, he knows things about weather and all of that. So
okay, I'm gonna call my good friend Pierce.
All right, I think this is what Pierce sounds like. It's been a long time, but I think you use something like this.
Dad, look at this. It's not a letter. Beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep.
Hey, hello. This is the Nichols residence. How can I help you?
Hi, Pierce. This is Pearl.
Oh, hey, Pearl. How's it going?
Good. I'm in a little bit of a pickle. At Portobello Port. Any chance you've been watching the weather lately?
Yeah, I've been watching it. It's actually, over here at our place, it's kind of rainy. I've been keeping an eye on things. Seems like a really strange storm front's rolled through here.
Yeah, Dad, it's a front. So...
Thanks for that.
This guy used to make the weather, Dad, okay? So, Pierce, any idea what maybe could be causing this?
Well, I'll tell you straight off. It looks like a abnormal weather pattern for sure. Nothing like this usually comes through, at least this time of year anyway. Doesn't seem to have any kind of standard movement. It's not going along any kind of currents that we usually see out there. So my guess is there's a
Pokemon in the middle of it?
I'd have to think so, yeah, but that's
What makes...
Oh, that's a big chunkus out there if that's the case.
Ooh.
And I wouldn't, personally, I wouldn't want to go messing with anything like that.
Well, why do you think the storm is happening? If there is a Pokemon in the middle of it.
Well, I don't know. If it's, it looks like, just based on what I've been seeing over the radar the past couple of days, it seems like point of origin was just, out toward where it starts getting icy up northwest and everything, and not near any kind of landmass or something like that. But if there's something big there, I don't know. Maybe there's something going on with, something's habitat, that it's moving, or, I'm not quite sure. But there's got to be, for something like that. We rarely ever see things like this, so I'm not sure.
Okay.
I could ask Dan, see if he knows anything.
Yeah, ask Dan for me. That'd be great.
All right, hold on. I'll go get him.
Okay.
Hey, Dan! Yes. Oh, what is it, Pierce? I'm in the middle of... No, I think you're gonna wanna... come on up. It's Pearl. Oh, well, all right. Well, just give me a moment. Walk. Hello,
Hi,
Pearl.
Dan.
Hi. This is not... Nope. Professor Nichols, hello.
Hi, Professor.
How can I help you, Pearl? What's going on?
I'm really trying to get some expert lay of the land of what this storm is about here.
All right.
I got my dad on the line, so feel free to wow him with any Pokepologist terms you'd like.
All right. So you're referring, I suppose, to the storm that's rolling in from the sea out west, it looks like?
Yeah.
All right.
Word has it on the street, there's an amazing Pokemon in the middle. That's what my gut's telling me. And also, I saw someone in the street yelling, "Oh my gosh, it's the most beautiful Pokemon I've ever seen."
Let's see here.
It just needs love and care. And a home.
let me just look through here. You hear the sounds of him, like, walking through. You assume probably going to his study area, and he's flipping through books and things. Go ahead and roll 2d6, and I'll add his logic.
2d6 to phone a friend. Oh, bye. That was a 7.
Okay, flat 7. All right. Cool beans. He's a scientist. His logic is 3. So comes out to a 10. He said, oh, okay. Yes. All right. Well, for something of this size, well, there's really only a couple of options to make something like this. This is quite the storm.
Great. Hold on 1 second. I grab a, whatever, spare napkin or drinks on. Luca, do you have a pen?
Well, yeah, I got a pen.
All right, hit me. Yep.
You click the pen. All right. Well, for something like this, it looks like, it'd have to be either one of two things. Either there's a legendary Pokemon out there, which, if that's the case, I would really advise not to go out there and just hope that maybe this subsides. Whatever it is, the most intense part has not quite reached Portobello yet. It looks like it's maybe on track that it would hit landfall by tomorrow at some point, maybe mid-morning or so, perhaps afternoon. But there's always hope that it could change course if so. But aside from that, if it's not a legendary Pokemon, well, since I rolled a 10 total, it could be a Mega Pokemon.
Is that like a shadow Pokemon?
No, not like a shadow Pokemon. It's a Pokemon that's, with the use of a Mega Stone, gains a more powerful form. And for some, especially if they reach that form out in the wild without a trainer, well, things can get a little violent. So with something like this, flipping through the books here, with something of this magnitude, that's an aquatic Pokemon like this, well, there have been records before of one particular beast like this, something that is known to destroy ships. I actually, teach a bit of it in my Pokepology course. As a matter of fact.
I remember.
Yes.
Yeah, destroying ships.
Yes, a very similar beast mentioned before in history books that was known to do that exact same thing. A hyper beam, just take a full ship just to splinters. But it might be a Mega Gyarados.
Whoa!
And again, if that's what it is, I really also, maybe even more than a legendary Pokemon, would not recommend. They are known to be quite ferocious.
But what do? We can't let it destroy the town.
That's a good question. Yeah. Well, I honestly don't know if it's coming straight toward town and it's been on this path. Well, I don't know if it will change course, to be honest, but Mega Gyarados, well, the Mega Evolution places a burden on its body, and the stress of it causes it to become all the more ferocious. They are known to zoom out of the water at Mach speeds. Even large ships caught in its path are split cleanly in two. It is not to be trifled with, Pearl.
Dad, should you dock the boat on land for a second?
If I could, I'd love to. Hey, Prof. Okay, so, Mega Gyarados. Yes, that is my best guess, at least for something with this level of destruction and, hurricane levels of weather. Yeah, no, it's, that sounds about right. It'd have to be something on that level, 'cause, oh boy, that looks pretty nasty out there, huh? Yes, Pierce, it does. Well, Pearl?
Yeah?
If you were any other child, I would say please don't. And I'm still very wary, and I will not ask you to go do such a thing. I would not, and I could not in good conscience ask you to do that.
Yeah, it's because my dad's on the line. If I took you off speakerphone, would you really say?
No, even off of speakerphone, I could not ask you. You have already done way too much.
Professor, it's just me and you now. It's just me and you. I took you off speaker. Give me the real scoop. Do it. That was the sigh of saying, do it.
That's not what it was, because I don't want to hear that you've gone out to sea and not come back.
Okay, all right. You're back on speaker.
But all of that to say, if it is a Mega Gyarados, then I truly don't know what options we have, aside from someone going out there and attempting to stop it.
Well, okay, mixed signals.
Oh, I wonder how far away. Luca, are you there?
Yeah. What's up, Professor?
Where's your dad?
I don't know. He's like somewhere way off
here.
In the region.
My dad clocked in today.
Yep. Nope. I am here.
Well, Ron, how skilled of a Pokemon trainer are you?
He's the best there ever was.
Well, I got a few badges back in the day.
Yeah.
Were you ever like
such
elite
an amazing
status,
trainer?
or how many
people were crazy about him?
How many
married
badges?
The most beautiful girl in town.
I've got it's been so long.
59.
Maybe 4 or 5.
4 or 5 badges.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Okay, all right. Well,
wait, what would a Mega Gyarados be weak against?
Mega Gyarados? Well, let's see.
Fire!
I actually, this book I have here, I'm referencing, I've got a lot of known information about Mega Pokemon and Mega Stones and things, so let me look here. It's, essentially a sort of Pokedex entry or something in that vein, I suppose. But, let's see here. Since I rolled that 10, I suppose I would also be able to find here in my book that Mega Gyarados, it actually does change typing when it Mega evolves.
Had a feeling it'd be something tricky like that.
It becomes water and dark.
Ooh!
Yes, so, now perhaps, if you could weaken it enough, if one was to go out there, which I'm not saying you should, because I can't have that on my conscience.
Sure.
But if one was to go out there and weaken it enough that you could remove the Mega Stone, perhaps that's what has caused it to go on this rampage. If it was just a regular Gyarados that came across this Mega Stone and underwent this transformation, that the stress of that could cause it to lash out in this way. And perhaps if you said that the storm was following from when you were out at sea, it might have just latched onto the first big thing that it saw nearby and is now determined to destroy.
Well, I don't like that.
I need paper mache ASAP. We need to make a replica of the boat.
Hey, kiddo, I don't know if that'll quite work in this particular wet situation. All right. Thank you, Professor. We appreciate it. We'll figure something out.
Bye, Professor.
Well, yes.
I'll call you when I'm in the middle of a storm.
Well, just please be careful. Please be careful. If you need my book, I can. I've got an extra copy.
Oh,
if you need.
keep 10. 3 of them are signed.
Just swing by at some point. This could be useful information to have. 2 of them are signed
by Seely. Only one of them signed by you.
Or.
Just be careful.
You too.
Click.
Hello friends, Jonah here to say thank you for listening to Postcards from Pearl. I'd like to take a moment to tell you about our fabulous partner Dice Envy. This week, check out their new zombie food dice, because it's August now, so that means it's time to start prepping for Halloween. And what better way to do that than by getting dice that look like brains? brains. You can get 10% off of your purchase at Dice Envy by going to diceenvy.com/questco or by using promo code QuestCo at checkout. That's QUESTCO for 10% off of your entire order. If you're a fan of what we do here on Quest Company Jr. and you want to help us out, please head over to our page on the Apple Podcast app or Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcast and leave us a rating and review. It's a big ol' help to us, and we read every review that comes in. And if you really love what we do here at Quest Company Jr. and you want to take that next step in supporting us, please consider becoming a Patreon subscriber. For as little as $2 a month, you can help us with necessary expenses, help us continue to improve the quality of the show, and get access to exclusive content and patron rewards. If you'd like to give us that support, you can do so at patreon.com/questcompanypodcast. You can find the link to the Patreon on our website, questcompanyjr.com. If you'd like to contact us, you can do so directly through our website or by finding us on Instagram at QuestCoJr. You can also hang out with us in our Quest Company Discord to get all the latest updates on Pocket Monster Fight. The link to that is on our website. We know that word of mouth is the best way to get people listening to a new podcast, and that's especially true for independent shows like ours. So we would love to see you posting about the podcast and telling your friends about us. If we see you not tweeting, because we're kind of off of Twitter now, so I got to get used to not saying that during this bit, but if we see you posting fan art using hashtag QuestCoJr or hashtag Postcards from Pearl, you might get a character named after you on the show. And if you or your kids have fan art of the podcast that you want to share, just make sure when you post it to tag us so that we can see it. And speaking of fan art, shout out to River in the Discord for an awesome drawing of Shaman with her special flower pot from Pearl. That was adorable. And thanks to MB at MBurgundy over on Instagram for a gorgeous drawing of Pearl in a summer festival kimono with Seely alongside her. Stunning, and very excited to see some other familiar characters in that same style, but that's all I can say about that for right now. And to wrap things up here, I'd like to take a moment to thank all of the amazing artists whose music is featured in this episode. Thank you to FoolBoyMedia for Video Game Land. Thanks to Braxton, Burks, and Materia Collective for Trouble at Slowpoke Well and Abandoned Ship. Thank you to Zame for Hoenn Diving and Abandoned Ship Orchestral Version. Thank you to Mikel and GameChops for Anistar City. Thanks to Pokénerd Scott for Something Nasty This Way Comes. Thank you to Guy Trevino and Friends for Good Old Days. Thanks to Chris Shards for Sandstorm. Thank you to the Best Ofs for Hot Rod Rebels. Thanks to Elliot Holmes for Bounce Like That. And thank you to tabletopaudio.com for providing the ambient sounds. That's all for me, so let's get back to the action and fight a Mega Gyarados. We'll see how that goes. Thank you for joining us here at Quest Company Jr.
I have some Pokemon that could really kick this Mega Gyarados' fishy tail.
Yeah, no, I
We
think
can
that
make
if
it
it's
into some sushi.
if that's what we're working with, I think we've got a shot. If that's what we're working
Dad,
with.
Don't you want to join one of these wild, crazy postcard adventures with me?
Oh no, I'm going.
Oh, great!
I'm not letting you go out there alone. No,
Perfect.
no, absolutely not. You see that he just looks like visibly like tense, more so than I think you've probably ever seen Ron before.
Dad, if it goes badly, we just book it. We get out.
Yeah, I know. I can't lose you, Pearl. I can't do it. I can't do it.
But this time,
Not like your mom, I can't.
Right with me. Christmas time is here.
Yeah, I know. I can't lose you, Pearl. I can't do it.
I know, Dad. You won't. Trust me.
Okay. All right. Well, if we're gonna do this, well, I guess sooner rather than later, because, well, if the ship goes, that's
our livelihood. Okay.
Yep.
Slap the change on the counter. Thank you for the coffee. And let's get our battle stations on. And we go to the Poke Center.
all right. You go to the Pokemon Center to set up your parties.
Okay.
All right, cool. So, to take on this fell beast out in the water, who do you want to put in the party?
I want Coconut. I want Jackie, Rhubarb, Oscar, and Elmer.
Okay, so we got Coconut, Oscar, Elmer, Jackie, and Rhubarb, the freshly caught Vapor variant Lurantis. Exciting. Making that debut as part of the team.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, I guess technically made the debut as, well, I don't know if she actually ended up having to fight in the other one.
Dang, this is scary to go with like 3 full teams. This is going to be rough.
Who should Luca take?
Oh, man. Who should Luca take, Jonah?
Would you like to pick or would you like me to?
No.
Okay, then he will take Tarzan, Roxanne, Ollie.
Taking a baby into the fray.
Ollie the Eevee, who did learn a special little move from Dakota's Pikachu, Maisie.
Good point.
Max and Mikey to see if he can try to subdue it.
Great idea.
And then obviously Toofus as non-combatant getaway emergency guy.
Yeah.
Big, tough swimmer in case things go poorly.
Ooh, I still see as my non-combatant, right?
You can.
Absolutely.
Cool. Who would you like to be at the front of your party?
Let's actually go with Rhubarb.
Okay, starting off with
If she goes down, I mean, that's to be expected, and the less amount of emotional stress I will have.
Cool. All right, so starting off with Rhubarb, who should Luca have up front?
Mikey.
Cool. Is anybody on your team holding any specific items or anything?
Now, with the eject button, it's after someone gets hit, but is it only on the first time they get hit?
No, it's not just the first time they get hit. As written, it is just when they get hit, they can choose to peace out. The specific wording of eject button is that the holder may switch out as an extra action at the beginning of their next turn after they get hit by an attack. So they can swap out as an extra action, then having your main action available for whoever you swap out to.
Is Jackie holding anything currently?
Jackie's holding the Eviolite, which is increasing her attack power.
Let's give the eject button to Elmer.
All right, cool. Anybody else?
Let's have Rhubarb have the XP share.
Alrighty, so Coconut's got the magnet, Oscar's got his big root, Elmer with the eject button, Jackie Chan with the Eviolite, and Rhubarb with the EXP share. And Luca has all of the, regular items dispersed amongst his team as well. And so, with that, is there any other preparation that you would like to do before you go out? Also, what's the plan? Are you going out right here in this late afternoon as it gets ready to be evening? Or are you going to try to go bright and early in the morning? What is the plan?
I think we should go now because the longer we wait, the worse it will get.
Cool. That's what I figured you'd do. I just wanted you to have the choice.
Yeah, I appreciate that. We strap on our rain gear.
Yes, you strap on your rain gear, you get ready to go.
Shields that have little window wipers for all of us.
Everybody's got their goggles on.
Yeah, Dad, that's what I like to hear. That's like a family tradition saying. Everybody got your goggles on?
Got your goggles on?
Yeah.
The fill-in-the-blank family tradition.
I know. You see how I dodged that really well?
All right, so as you all get your parties ready, Ron has his Pokemon at the ready as well for y'all to go. He says, all right, so, obviously, I don't think we need to take the cruise ship out into all of this, but
yeah,
I think I've got
probably the worst idea.
Well, I've got something that's going to be a little faster for
Dad,
us.
do you have a speedboat?
You all make your way out in the wind and the rain.
Dad, did you finally get it? Did you finally get it? Did you finally treat yourself? Because you deserve a vacation, man. You!
I did, in fact, treat myself. So,
Nice!
out in the wind and rain, you all make your way out to the docks where the SS Clara is at her spot, docked in the port.
Where is, who's Ron's second in command?
Ron's second in command? I mean, I guess it'd be Isabel.
I do write a letter to Isabel saying, can you please make a replica of the boat with paper mache while we're gone?
You do that. And you're like, Coconut, fly this up to his quarters really quick.
Yeah, yep.
You all come to the dock where the SS Clara is. Ron pulls out his little keychain and hits the little boink, boink, as out of the side of the SS Clara facing the water. This, like, garage door that you can't see until it opens. It's one of those secret garage doors.
Oh, yeah.
Opens, and a ramp comes down. And a sweet speedboat does come out onto the water. With Party Pete behind the wheel wearing sunglasses.
Buddy!
The Polytoad just lowers them and says, Polytoad.
Dad, what could go wrong? This is perfect.
This is the SS Wavesmasher.
Wavesmasher. I will follow thee, Captain, into the abyss.
All aboard, who's going aboard? And you all step onto the SS Wavesmasher, Captain Ron's sweet speedboat.
So cool.
All right, everybody strap in, buckle up. Now, are you guys going to get off the boat once we're over there, or what are you doing? Are you staying here and your Pokemon are staying here, or what, am I going to try to drive you up close to this thing? What are we doing?
Ooh, that's a really good question I hadn't even thought about.
Yeah, because, I mean, if we get up close, if anybody's, hopping on, they might be in for a bumpy ride. I don't know what this thing's doing. It might be one of those where if we do get close enough, it could be the eye of the storm kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm hoping for that. I'm hoping there'd be some rocks or something.
All right, so we're going to try to get in close.
Yeah, I think closer the better.
All right, well, hold on tight.
This is
Pearl, buckle up.
Oh, yeah, okay. Hold on, let me just say something before we start.
All right. Yeah, what's up?
This is gonna be the ride of a lifetime. I'm buckled! Hit it!
Ribbit. And Potty Pete the Polytoad, he's driving, by the way.
Love it.
Zips off in the direction of the intense storm as you all are riding and going quite fast through this maelstrom. Go ahead and just survey environment real quick.
You remember that time I made my complete success already for the day?
Yes, I do remember.
That's a 9.
A 9, okay. First of all, the navigation aspect is not an issue because you got, Captain Ron and Party Pete running the show here as far as steering the boat and everything. And Party Pete is expertly weaving his way through the waves as you all go out toward the intense part of this storm. With your 9, as you're going out there, you see something interesting along the way as you are approaching.
I feel like a bad guy is going to try to come in on this crew and snatch that Pokey and use it for evil.
Ha! You see something interesting, and it is that out in the water, amongst some gnarly waves, there is...
No, how dare you? How dare you?
There is a figure out in the water.
Okay.
You see, with your 9, what looks like a man in a blue and black wetsuit that matches the massive turtle that he is riding. The turtle has what looks like a checkerboard sail, like attached to its shell, coming off that the man is holding on to. He appears to be windsurfing atop the back of this massive turtle.
That is really cool.
And you can see, even from a distance, that he's got this bright blue hair that's spiked in a sort of coxcomb shape that is holding up despite all of the rain and the wind. And he looks to be having a rad time.
Well, Luca, do you think he's like someone from like Team Smoke or Team Nasty?
Let me see. And he like pulls out, the little binoculars and he's like looking. I mean, it doesn't look like he's going towards the Gyarados or whatever's out there. It looks like he's just
having a good time?
Vibing.
All right.
But why is he doing that? This is like nuts.
I don't blame him for a second. Those waves would be amazing. Dad, remember when you were a thrill seeker like me?
I still am. It's just less in this sort of particular scenario. What, do you want me to like go over there to the guy? We should probably warn him, right?
I think he's doing great. If you guys want to, go for it. Pearl would probably leave this person. Pearl would leave them to have their own day.
Luca's like, I think we should warn him. I think we should at least let him know what it is that's going on out here, that this is not just, some sweet waves, surfs up.
Oh, but those surfs are up, and you can't deny it.
Party Pete whips the wheel around, and you all make this quick detour going over toward this person. And Luca yells out, "Hey! Hey!
Hey!
Oi!
Listen, don't know who you are, don't know what you're up to, but, there's like a really big, nasty Pokemon, over there causing the storm, so you might wanna... Yeah, no, I know, right? No, it's awesome. It's
Woo!
wicked, bruv.
Can you do a trick?
He does, in fact, do a trick.
Whoa!
So, this big old turtle that he's riding on, that he is windsurfing on, actually just rides up this massive wave, and like they do like a full flip in the air before the turtle crashes back down.
Maybe I want to do that when I grow up. I don't know about this whole trainer thing anymore.
It is a sweet trick, and as this rider is up in the air atop this big turtle Pokemon, you can see that it does not look like big turtle that you've seen before, Blastoise. It looks like something different.
Ooh.
It's got big fins, it's got blue skin and this dark black navy-ish sort of shell and other pieces. It almost looks like it's wearing goggles of its own, but it's got these wide front fins that it's using to cut through the water. It looks prehistoric in nature.
I love your Pokemon.
Oh, thanks, it's my Caracosta.
Quackle-quackle.
Its name's Tito. I'm Lawrence, by the way.
Hi, Lawrence. Dad, can I just take a ride on the Crocodilias? On Tito?
On the Caracosta? Look,
See you later.
hey,
Do you do lessons?
well, yeah, over at the gym sometimes, yeah,
Okay.
with my gym trainers.
Oh, okay, cool.
Luca's like, oh, hey, Pearl, this is the guy. This is the gym leader.
Oh my gosh! Wow, this guy is really cool.
Yeah, wait, hold on. You're the gym leader, right? Yeah, no, I am. He says, like, as he's in the middle of doing another trick, he seems unbothered by this whole thing.
I'm clapping the whole time, the whole trick time. I'm like, nice. Me and Sealer are giving some judge cards.
You do, like 10.
9.5. I liked the other one. You got higher.
As y'all are over here, like, talking with him, and he's getting the sense that the group here is trying to, talk him down and out of whatever
Maybe
he's doing.
except for Pearl.
Yeah, except for Pearl.
She's all about it.
More so that Ron and Luca are. He and Tito swim on over, and she's like, all right, so, hey, what's going on? Who are you lot?
Come again?
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Pearl. I'm a trainer, and this is my best friend Luca, and this is my dad, Captain Ron.
All right, nice to meet all of you. Super cool. Rad. Love to see it. Yeah, so what's this? It's going... What?
It's a massive storm. We think a Pokemon's super angry, and you could be maybe the perfect person to help us.
Okay, well, what kind of Pokemon is it out there? I figured it might be something weird going on, and I was thinking, maybe I'll go over there, check it out, right? But, it's also great waves.
Great waves.
So,
Great waves. Well, all of our inclinations are saying it's a Mega Gyarados. Or legendary.
Oh, nice.
Oh, no.
Well, that's something in it. All right, cool.
I got a really cool Gyarados already, but,
Yeah, sure. Well, yeah, I suppose, I guess it falls under my jurisdiction, doesn't it? Yeah, so,
because
sure.
I think the town will be completely destroyed if we don't do anything.
Yeah, no, it's definitely under my jurisdiction then, yeah, sure.
Our cruise ship. It will run into everything. Lots of people will lose their homes.
Yeah, no, all of that sounds pretty bad, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well,
What happened?
well, tell you what, I'll just ride along. Yeah, me and Tito will just
Dad.
swim along.
Oh my gosh, I think I missed my calling.
I'll chat with you about it later. All right?
Have you ever heard of the Beach Boys?
What, just like some boys on the beach?
Yeah.
Just like a couple of dudes being dudes?
Hit it, Sealy.
Love it. Love all of that that's going on right there. Big fan. All right, yeah.
I got a really cool boat and a nice Pokemon. We're gonna hit the waves and then we'll go out of town. Hit it, Dad! I mean, my dad's Pokemon.
Party Pete. Party Pete just hits play. Lawrence says, race you, bruv. And Tito the Caracosta zips off
That
like,
is the coolest Pokemon, man.
for a turtle, he is fast.
Yeah.
As he aqua jets in the direction of the more intense part of the storm. As you are going that way, Party Pete is like pushing the gas to keep up with this turtle.
how are you guys approaching now that you are just racing along with Lawrence and Tito?
Looking up at the sky.
Nice.
Or the sea, because I guess not all of them fly.
Go ahead, make another survey environment now. As you are getting closer, especially trying to see through this rain that is coming through, it's rough.
Unnatural 12.
Unnatural 12. Amazing.
The Beach Boys are helping me see.
Yes, it is like some intense.
Wouldn't it be nice if we could see? Oh, I've got my windshield wipers on.
It might be something a little more intense surf rock.
Yeah, you're right. That's the ending
Or like
song.
ding, 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 ding. Full like wipeout. But with your unnatural 12, you all are racing along. You do see up ahead the waves are getting way more intense. And at this point, actually, Party Pete is starting to have trouble just maneuvering and navigating. You see that, first of all, it seems as though there are some hazards out here in the water. You note that there are rocks and other miscellaneous detritus here floating around like buoys and things to have to try to navigate around, as well as there are like whirlpools in the water just interspersed throughout the place that Pete is having to maneuver around and everything as you all are approaching. It is quite dangerous.
Dad, do you think we should just, like, get on our Pokemon at this point and try to leave the boat here?
No, look, Pete knows how to steer. He'll be fine. If you need to get off closer, I don't want you getting off this boat unless you absolutely have to.
Okay.
All right.
What if there's a turtle involved?
I don't want you getting off this boat unless you absolutely have to.
Hey, this is so different than the normal. These adventures.
As you are approaching, though, and Pete is steering around, and you're bouncing up and down on the waves. It's a good thing that you're buckled in right now. Otherwise, you'd be having to hang on for dear life.
I mean, Pearl's catching air.
Yeah, no, you're getting like Bud is out of seat for sure.
Yeah, I imagine my wouldn't it be nice? Pearl started singing and then a huge wave just like smashed.
Yes. So, as you get closer, you see with your unnatural 12 a massive figure up ahead.
Guys, I think we're on to something.
It is much bigger than a regular Gyarados. It is alpha size.
Oh no!
And additionally, you see that as it is going through the water, you don't even see the full thing, but you just see like fin come up and over and then back into the water.
So scary.
Amongst the rampage as it just surfaces for a brief moment with as it appears to be swirling about in the eye of the storm up ahead. But through the wind and the rain and the waves, you see that there is this creature with these two massive fins coming off the sides, almost like two big sails along its sides and back. You don't see a lot besides the fins, actually, because it's not fully out of the water. And sometimes it's worse what you don't see.
I know that's not a Gyarados fin.
But you see these two massive sail-like fins just sort of crest out of the water for a moment as it then whoosh, goes back under and whoosh, these big waves emanate out from it and more whirlpools gather around and lightning cracks up above. You all continue getting closer.
Luca just says, who?
Sorry, I don't even know where that came from.
Yeah, who? What'd you say?
I don't know. I just had a vision of a kid with an arrow on his head.
As you are approaching this fell beast, you are also about neck and neck. Well, go ahead. Just roll on behalf of Party Pete. Just roll a flat 2d6.
5.
6.
Oh, wow.
So Lawrence is slightly ahead as you are making your way toward the Mega Gyarados, and it is thrashing about the place. You've got your Pokemon at the ready as you are preparing to approach. But with your natural 12, you also see something else besides the Mega Gyarados.
It's a bad guy, so help me.
Taking a moment to look back toward Portobello Port, you do see a couple of other figures speeding toward where you are at currently, as seeming like they are also making their way toward the Mega Gyarados. You see what look like water chariots almost.
No, not okay.
4 water chariots approaching from Portobello Port, coming rapidly, one of them well ahead of the other ones, with what looks like a big, pointy shark pulling the chariot. With your natural 12, you can see its rider. In the chariot, there is a short, stout man with a chevron mustache blowing in the wind. In the chariot pulled by an extra pointy-looking Sharpedo. In chariots behind him being pulled by miscellaneous water Pokemon, you see Bob, Thwomp, and Tiny Tim.
I'm so angry right now.
They are speedily approaching, trying to get close. It seems to try to beat you to the fell beast.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah, kiddo?
You know all those postcards where I told you that people really didn't like me and they really were really mean and were doing bad things with Pokemon?
Yep.
That's some of them over there.
Pearl, you're gonna get out of the boat.
Yeah, I am.
And that's where we'll end this episode.
Oh, man. Yikes, I'm sweating.
Postcards from Paul and Quest Company Jr.
Postcards from Pearl is a fan-made podcast and is not affiliated with Nintendo, Game Freak, or the Pokemon Company.